stuff like that. So just, again, I mean, do these things.
And then there's the whole porn parody industry, but that's we're not going into that.
Yes.
Next.
Moving on.
So next we're going to talk about, something we touched on a little bit last week. Players talking back to hints and the help that game masters are trying to give them.
Which, by the way, our photo is our Straight Out of Clues official Trapdoor t-shirt on sale now at trapdoorescape.com.
Well, I mean...
As well as the Switch Hunt shirt I'm wearing right now.
I can't speak for other companies, but we pay attention. So if we're giving you a clue, we probably know what you need. You know, we know the game better than you do. So if you're playing and you get a hint and you're like, that doesn't make sense, or like, I don't know what that means. Well, you got to figure it out. That's the game. Yeah, or it's like, if we're giving you the clue, we're doing it for a reason.
Yeah, and just to Frank's point, it's not bragging when we say that we know the game better than you, because we work here. We have to, as a matter of employment.
Most of us built the game. We've watched it at least a dozen times or more, or maybe 100 times or more.
They say to be an expert at anything requires 10,000 hours. I did the math. I'm an expert.
I think I was an expert the first week I started here.
It feels that way, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we know better than you do. You don't have to, and that's not to put down our players, because obviously it's not nearly every player. It's just a select few.
Well, no, that goes right into the topic from last week of the entitlement issues, and everybody needs a cookie. But it's this kind of does really cater. This topic caters to that small percent of people that play the entire game wanting another clue every 10 seconds. And when they get it, it's not good enough. It's like, these are the same, So I know tons of places do things differently. I know one of the most popular deliveries of clues in escape rooms is through a monitor that literally, in font, in text, is the clue. And it's typed out by the Game Master most of the time. We automate all of our clues in a different way. Every game is slightly unique, but it's all done in a similar method where it's in story and in character. But every single one of those hints is predetermined.
Yeah.
So you're getting the exact same list of clues that everyone who came before you that came here got, and they made it through. So,
and more to the point, they're called hints and clues.
Right. Not the answer.
Not answer.
You don't show up to a crime scene with a big note that says, I did it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But, more often than not, you find clues, you find evidence, and you have to infer these things in order to find out who did it.
Right.
It's called a criminal investigation for a reason.
On that same token, I tell people sometimes too, there's a science behind that. I mean, there's hormones that are released. The same way, like when you get excited, hormones release. When you get excited because you solved a puzzle on your own, endorphins kick, there's hormones that release, and that makes it a memorable experience.
Right, and ultimately that's what we want, and that's what you should want as a player.
When your game master just hands you the answer,
not nearly as much fun. Yeah.
It's gone. You don't get that.
And that's the double-edged sword, too, is that,
You're not creating memorable experiences for your players.
But I mean, like, someone asks for, 20 hints within 20 seconds, and then they come out of the games complaining that they were, it was too hard and that they were given a lot of help and they felt stupid. But I mean, as we've talked about, it's just reading comprehension and knowing what metaphors are. I mean, just knowing those right away. Just
most of the puzzles are not meant for you to get immediately, so you don't have to feel stupid.
Yeah, everything.
You don't have to feel stupid.
Everything leads to a solution in our games.
Right.
But again, you have to put that logic together.
And most games are built that way.
Yeah, I assume most, if not all, escape rooms just have, puzzles and hints and clues. So that's how you piece everything together, and that's what this whole industry is based on. Figuring things out.
Right. And I can't speak for every room in the world, but the ones that we've played, even then they don't give you the answer outright when they give you a clue. The ones on the screen don't give you an answer outright. Which is the way it should be.
Next up on our list.